So he said that he won't be coming into the hospital to look for a girlfriend. He is coming to look for his wife. So on the day now of the surgery, I was in the theater, I think maybe for 6 or more hours, because they were not only removing the breast that was affected, they were removing both of them. I have requested for them to remove both breasts. So I did a double mastectomy because my fear was that it could come back into the other one. So I wanted to take no chances. So the doctor was well, jokingly, he was calling me Angela Jolie, a famous actress. I know that many of you know her or known of her. Her mother passed from breast cancer, so she went ahead and removed both her breasts. So she did a reconstructive surgery. So they are not real, they are not her breasts. So that was my plan, to remove both of them, because even though it was one breast that was infected, I did not want to run the risk of it returning into the other one. So my husband, because he is now my husband, he was outside the theater room. He did not leave. When they wheeled me out of theater, he was right there. Even though visiting hours were already gone, they give him the time for him to come and to stay with me for a period of time, because I was still under the drugs. I was still sleepy, in and out, and all of that. But I was conscious of the fact that he was there. So the day now after my surgery, the doctors, they have to come and run ward. So when the doctor returned to run the ward, he said to me that because I was supposed to pay for the breast to send to a private lab for them to test it. But when I was supposed to pay $44,000 for it to be tested. So when the doctor returned in the morning and he wanted the money for me, for them to send and get the breast tested, when they send down by the lab, the specimen, which is the breast, wasn't there. When they send up by the lab, it wasn't there. So my breasts have magically disappeared. So guys, let me give you a quick backstory. Prior to me doing my surgery and all of that, I was not Christian. The doctor gave me an outline of what the first doctor that I went to, remember previously when I said that I visited a doctor over by Mineralites. He is a surgeon. He was the head surgeon down by Maypen Hospital. He gave me a rundown of what the cost will be for my surgery. So he said, even though I will be doing it in the hospital, I would have to pay I think it's 120,000, and I will have to pay 44,000 for the breast to be tested. Because even though they do the mammogram, they're still going to test the breast. Not sure what for, but they will still test the breast. So he kind of gave me a rundown of what the cost will be. So I was mentally prepared for all of that. Honestly, I was prepared for that, because When I get all of these dates move up so quickly, and I was going through, and everything seems as if it was working out in my favor for my good. I remember the only thing that I did that I have to pay for was the first CT scan that I did. I paid 60 something thousand for that CT scan. That was the only cost that was associated with my surgery and my journey so far. Remember, guys, we are going for a ride. So far, that was the only money that I pay to do that CT scan. I was in sin. So fast forward to me now doing my surgery. I did not pay that 100,000. I did that surgery free of cost. That 44,000 that I was supposed to pay for the breast to be tested. When the doctor came the morning, run ward, check on me and all of that, an arrangement was made with my husband to come and to pay for that breast to be sent privately to be tested. They could not find the specimen. That's what they call it. They did not say breast. They could not find the specimen. I know it. Me say breast. They could not find it. And when they call around and check around, the breast was already sent off to the government lab in Kingston. The fact that it was sent off to the government lab in Kingston, that mean that I don't have to pay for it. So that will be free. Normally when things is sent to the government lab, it take a long time, because remember, you have all different type of things being sent there from all different hospitals. So there's no guarantee that I would get back that result anytime soon. But I said before, God was in all of this, and all of this was for His glory and for me to be here now to share my experience and my testimony. So I did get back the result very quickly. So when I went in for the result and all of that, the results said that it is stage 3 triple negative breast cancer. Triple negative breast cancer is not good, guys. It's not a good outcome. I have a family history of breast cancer. My mom passed, and I have triple negative breast cancer. And this mean that I cannot take anything orally. I have to take it through a drip. So he recommended me to the Hope Institute. I was supposed to go there the March to start my treatment. March came COVID of 2020. March came the first case. We have the first case of COVID-19 in Jamaica. However, I still go by the Hope Institute, and I spoken with the oncologist there, and the oncologist, she would be the one, because it was a lady, she would be the one who will put together my treatment plan. So she said that I have to do 16 rounds of chemotherapy, and I will have to do 30 days of radiotherapy. So I was going through doing my chemo. I would have to, every Wednesday, I will have to go back to the Mapen Hospital, get my blood work done, travel into Kingston, get my treatment. Guys, the first treatment that I did, they call it the red devil. It was a red thing in a drip formula, because they put on drip on my hand. So as I said before, I couldn't get anything by mouth. It was through drip. They put it in, and the first treatment that I did, days after, while combing my hair, I felt everything just dropping out. Patch here, patch there, patch here, so patch here, so everywhere that there was hair, I've never noticed that them hair could have leave. My eyebrow, here on my knuckles, here, everywhere. I lost all my hair, not only facial hair, but I lost everything. I was bald as day. And as I said before, I was supposed to do 16. So now I was at maybe maybe 10, or I'm not sure, but I know I have some more to go. So I remember this Friday going down by Augustown, down by the Hope Institute. The doctor said to me that, Miss Richie, I am not going to make you do any treatment this morning. I'm going to recommend you to do a CT scan. And she write me up and she said, don't worry, it is free. Right? She write me up, came down by Maypen, went over by Erin, did my CT scan, take it in the next Friday, hoping that I will get, this time I will get to get treatment, because I want this thing to be over and done with, because in my head I just want it 16 rounds to finish so that I can get better. But prior to that, the Tuesday, it was a fasting day at the church that I got saved in. I got saved on January. Was going to church from January to March. I did not know anyone at the church. No one didn't know me. I was kind of new. So when COVID came, I have to stop go to church because of the restriction and all of that, and because I was going through treatment. My doctor advised me not to go out in public because my immune system is very weak and I could get sick easily. So he advised me not to go into public places other than when I am going for treatment. So I wasn't going to church throughout all that period. So it was now in, I think, October of that same year. I wasn't going to church and anything. No one in the church knew of my illness or what I was going through. No one knew. My closest neighbor to me did not know that I was sick and what I was going through. I would go Friday for treatment, and I will sleep Friday evening, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday maybe I will wake up a little bit. Wednesday I will go for blood test. Friday I'm going back for treatment, and this was now my new reality. So, and because it was COVID again, there was no one coming, going. So person who no normally miss you because everybody are staying, we are maintaining social distancing. It's just who in my household and know what I was going through, and maybe a few family and friends that does not live here in Clarendon, because I am not a Clarendonian. So my family, they will know, but no visitation. So that was going on. I was going through this thing basically alone, because even though I have the support, I did not have the support physically, meaning that the person wasn't around supporting me, but verbally. So wasn't going to church. So this Tuesday now in particular, I was saying to the Lord that, Lord, I am tired of feeling tired. I am tired of this. I feel isolated. I feel rejected. I feel alone. I feel like I am suffering. God, I am tired of this. I am my amigo, they were so black. My foot bottom, they were black. I was tender. I was numb. My hands, these then tired of joke. Me no know where else for my body for then joke me. I was tired of the joke. I was tired of feeling down, the nausea, the sickness, everything made me feel bad. Me just the tired of treatment and me never want no more. And I was lamenting to God and I was saying, God, me just get saved, me just give my life to you, and all of this, I know that it is a test, but God, I am tired. I don't want no more. I can't take no more. And I said to him that if I can make the risk of going every Wednesday to the hospital for them to draw my blood. I can run the risk to go into Kingston by public transportation to get medication. Then God, I am running the risk. But today me I got fasting, and I was on my floor and I was weeping. Tears were coming, nose not was coming, and I was lamenting to God. And I said, God, I am tired. And I got up. My God, I got up and I went to fasting that day. And I was in the church. My head was bald. So I have on so many things on my head, because when I tied with the thread, because it was so bald, it wouldn't keep, because it is so shine. There's nothing there to kind of hold it, so it kind of like always slipping off. So I have the what them call it, do rag, or the little stocking. I have on a stocking cap on it first, then I put on one do rag, then me tie it with one kerchief. Me just try tie it and I hide like them place like a tune on here and there, and it looks so bad and look and way. So me tie up my head and me put on one hat. So it was basically a mask. And then I have on the mask again because it was COVID. So I was masked up. So when I was in that church that day, it was basically, even if someone recognized me from coming to church, if the couple months before COVID came, they did not know me. I was like a complete stranger there. I was sitting alone, and there was a visiting prophet that was coming to the church. There was a new bishop also, because the bishop that I knew then, that I got baptized and he married us, he have retired. So it was a new bishop. This bishop didn't know me, never see me before. I didn't know them. And I went to the church that day. I went with a hunger and I went with a thirst. I went with the desire to be healed. I went with the desire to just let go and let God. And I remember this evangelist, he was passing by, he walked past me, and he turned back and he said to someone, bring me some olive oil. That's all he said. And the person bring the olive oil to him, and he said to me, open your hand. I opened my hand and he poured the olive oil in it, and he said that, rub it where you have the problem and believe God for your healing. I take the olive oil and I rub the affected breast. Even though both of them were removed, it was one that was affected. And I rub it, and I lift my faith and I believe God for my healing. And I said, yes, God, I am healed. And I worship like I never worshiped before. I thank him like I never thanked him before. I praise him like I never praised him before. before the fasting service was over, the bishop, the first time I am meeting him, the bishop came from around the back and he said that someone in here today have received their healing. Someone today have received their miracle. And I know that it was me. I lift my hands to the heaven and I worship, I thank God, I give him glory and I give him praise. So that Friday now, when I went to Kingston, it was God in the midst. It was God that tell the oncologist not to give me any more drugs, but I did not understand. I did not know what was going on. So when he said me to do the CT scan, it was for the confirmation that I am healed. So when I take it back to her the next Friday, and he sat me down and he read the report to me and he said that, Miss Richie, I am not seeing any form of cancer in your body, and we are going to take you off the drugs. We are going to send you back to Maypen for Maypen to do a surveillance on you, meaning that every 6 months, it used to be 6 months, now it's every year, I go back to Maypen and they do a CT scan, and each time they do a scan, it keep on coming back clean, because God have heard my cry. He have heard my prayer. He have heard my supplication. He heard my cry, and he said that he will give me beautiful rashes, and he healed me from that very moment at my bedside. And when I went to that fasting service, it was a double touch. And when I go and did the CT scan, it was a confirmation. So I am doing this video not to big up any doctor that I mentioned, any medical place that I mentioned, not to big up the evangelist, my bishop, my husband, not to big up anyone in this video. I am doing this as a living testimony to show you the goodness of God, to show you that there is nothing that is impossible with God, and where God has taken me from to where I am now. I was a bartender. Have no desire to serve God. And even when I was confirmed with stage 3 breast cancer, I was still not thinking about him, but he was thinking about me. I was only thinking about getting better so that I could go back to the bar, go back to my own self. But God have a plan. God have a plan for my life, and he said that he called me for bigger and greater things, and he called me to be a blessing and to share my testimony so that someone can know that God is real, someone can know that God is still healing. We read about the woman with the issue of blood. We read about the woman at the well. We read about the blind man. We read about so many healing in the Bible. But it is not only in the Bible. God is healing now. God is healing today. God is still healing. He is still the greatest physician. He cannot fail, and his word cannot return to him void, because he honor his word above his name. So I just want to encourage someone, just let go and let God, because if I was still in my sin, maybe I would dead in my sin. Or if I didn't dead in my sin, all of that cost, all of that favor that came, remember the long list, the long waiting process that I was supposed to go through, and God cut it. God cut it. He intercede on my behalf. Remember the money that the surgeon outlined to me that I would have to find, and God paid it all for me. So many times I was traveling back and forth on public transportation in a COVID. Not once have I ever gotten COVID. So many persons died. I am still here. Don't tell me that my God is dead. Don't tell me what my God cannot do. God is alive and is well. God is still working. And if he can change me, if he can use me, when I look back on how wretched I was, when I look back on my life, sometimes Facebook have a way of reminding me. Even today I was at work and Facebook sent me some reminder of how I used to jest, of me with rum cup, with me carrying my hand. And I look at those photos and I do not recognize that person, because God have changed me, transformed me. Back then, I used to look like I was in my late 30, 40. When when persons ask me my age, or a conversation came up and I said, then how old I look to you? Person said me look like I am just in my 20. That's how amazing God is. God did not only change me mentally, physically, but he changed me physically. My whole appearance he have changed. Because he said that my latter shall be greater. He said it. All that I've lost, all that I've given up for him, I count it as nothing. I gave up the bar. When person used to call me dainty, is only a bartender. That's all they know me as. And God have elevated me. God have lifted me up. Where person call me miss. He have given me a title. I am now sister. I am now daughter. I am now wife. From a girlfriend to a wife. From taking transportation, public transportation, to owning 2 cars. This is not bragging. This is just God. This is just God, and he's not done with me yet. And if God can do it for me, God can do it for you. Just put your all in him and he will do it. Because none that comes to God can remain the same. You will never be the same. And I know that the process is not easy, because some of us, when we are going through our process, it is the hardest thing. Because I was going through my process. Cancer was my process. Cancer was my process. Cancer don't have to be your process, but you can be going through your process. But just hold on and just trust God, because he will come through. God have never failed, and he will never fail. Just have a blessed day whenever you are watching this video, whether it be morning, noon, or night. Have a blessed day and know that God will never fail. And thank you for your time. And I do hope that you find this video to be informative. And you find this video to be a source of inspiration. Because sometimes we do need a bit, we need someone to lift us up and to give us an encouraging word so that we can push through. God bless you.